Would you look at that? Doom Eternal is trending. I wonder why. Esto tiene que ser una pinche broma. If you think fanboys are dumb, please leave a like in this video, destroying the like button, my friends. Also, we're about to reach 200k subscribers, so please subscribe right now if you haven't. Muchísimas gracias. Before I begin this video, I want to make one thing extremely clear. If you enjoy gaming on the PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC and mobile devices, that is completely fine. Power to you, brother. Each console has its own strengths and weaknesses, but that doesn't take away the fact that each one of them provides countless hours of entertainment for millions of people at their homes, and has given unforgettable experiences to gamers around the globe, regardless of the console. I say this because the console wars are goddamn embarrassing at this point. Yes, competition between brands is healthy for the industry, but when you start comparing consoles and exclusives to see which box has better hardware and what game has better visuals and physics, that's when you start looking like a clown. I couldn't give a flying fuck on which game has the best graphics. It is barely noticeable nowadays. What I care about is if the game is fun to play, because at its core, that's what matters the most. But do you want to know what matters the most? Yeah, you guessed it. Gamer subs. Really quick, my friends, Gamer subs is about to drop more flavors, more cups, more things, and they are absolutely delicious. If you are a gamer or work on a computer or work pretty tedious jobs, Gamer subs is just for you. It gives you the right amount of energy to get your job done, and you do not crash afterwards. In simpler terms, you receive energy at the cost of nothing, and that's goddamn awesome. My Gamer subs contact told me that if we reach 10,000 sales, we are going to get our own flavor, which is gonna be named Spartan Piss. So, to get Spartan Piss out into the market, please use code MIDNIGHT to get 10% off your order, or click the link down below in the pinned comment to get the discount automatically applied into your cart. My Spartan army, let's get Spartan Piss out into the market of gamer subs. Thank you so much for the support. Now, PlayStation fanboys. No, not PlayStation fans, those are cool, but PlayStation fanboys, those are not cool. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to be addressing these people as fanboys slash zealots, because that's what they are. 2 days ago, Doom Eternal began trending on Twitter. To be honest, I got excited because I thought id Software or Bethesda had announced a DLC or something along those lines. But to my surprise, it was just the PlayStation fanboys comparing Doom Eternal to The Last of Us Part 2, and how The Last of Us Part 2 destroyed Doom Eternal in terms of rating, recognition, and awards. Ay, wey, no mames. Honestly, who gives a meteoric fuck? A mí me vale verga, wey. A todos les vale verga. Both Doom Eternal and The Last of Us Part 2 are two very different games in terms of gameplay and design, and provided two very different experiences. Doom Eternal is a first-person shooter that focuses primarily on the action that is happening in your face, a power fantasy that combines a bombastic melody with a dance made to kill the legions of hell. To put it simply, it is S-tier action, while The Last of Us Part 2 is a game that focuses primarily on its story, characters, and narrative. They are two games that cannot and should not be compared, but well, since PlayStation fanboys want to go the extra mile and compare both games objectively, well, let's play their game. Both Doom Eternal and The Last of Us Part 2 have jaw-dropping visuals, butter-smooth gameplay, and amazing sound design, and that is a fact. Both games look tremendously good, they play tremendously good, and the sound design is tremendously awesome. They are beautiful games. But everything starts crumbling apart for The Last of Us Part 2 when you bring out what they are trying to achieve with its audience. Doom Eternal excels on what it's trying to accomplish, which is holding the player accountable for his decisions until he eventually gets good and enters the power fantasy, while The Last of Us Part 2 fails profusely on its major selling point, which is the story and characters. I hold the original Last of Us as one of the best games ever made in the history of this industry, period. Its narrative, storytelling, cinematography, pacing, gameplay design, visuals, soundtrack, stealth system, enemy variants, characters. Everything the original Last of Us had to offer was simply triple S tier. It is one of the best games ever made, alongside Resident Evil 4, Halo 2, Ocarina of Time, etc. But the sequel... While the gameplay of The Last of Us Part 2 is still S tier, I mean it barely innovated on anything besides a rope, the story is what completely shuffles The Last of Us Part 2 down the drain. To put it simply, the story of The Last of Us Part 2 is a story about right or wrong, written by people who think they are always right. The amount of sheer disrespect Naughty Dog gave to its protagonist, Joel, is out of this world. And that's not even scratching the surface, bro. Naughty Dog made a lot of stupid decisions regarding the direction the story was going to take. It's not the fact that Joel died. I mean, Dominic died in Gears of War 3, and I fucking love that game and the story. No. It's how Joel died in the first place, how Joel completely goes out of character in this sequence, and how his death was handled afterwards. I still cannot wrap around my head how Naughty Dog thought that putting us in the shoes of Abby was a good idea. God damn it, they even had the balls to have us fight against Ellie 2/3 into the game. I can say this, most people that played The Last of Us Part 2 didn't even want to fight Ellie in that part. Even the game's whole message of revenge is wrong is misplaced. Ellie goes on a mad rage and kills hundreds of people to reach Abby for the sake of revenge, only to let her go at the very end because revenge is bad. Well, yeah, if this was real life, then yes, revenge is bad. When you finally achieve it, all you are left with is a hollow heart. The path of revenge only leads straight to hell. If you are going to take revenge, you should first dig 2 graves. But this is fiction we're talking about. The Last of Us Part 2 tries so hard on being a realistic story that it forgets that first and foremost it is a video game. Video games should be fun, and it is not fun to play as the protagonist killer. And even worse, being told by the game that we should empathize with her, and that if we don't, we are transphobic, even though it doesn't have anything to do with The Last of Us Part 2. This game goes to extreme lengths to make us feel something. Killing a pregnant woman which we were friends with in the past. Killing a dog that we previously played with. It's killing for the sake of shock. Do you want to know why The Last of Us Part 2 was... Pinche camioneta! Do you want to know why The Last of Us Part 2 was extremely praised by games media? Here you go. Ellie is homosexual, Abby has juicy arms, and the game has a sex scene. That's the whole reason why. In the eyes of Netflix, this is a 10 out of 10 show. That's the whole reason why the game has received such praise by media outlets. Because it caters to what's popular right now, which is being inclusive, progressive, and woke. And no, I do not have a problem with Abby being, in my eyes, hot as fuck. I mean, look at her arms! That's hot as hell, bro. Or Ellie being homosexual. Only a delicate stupid idiot cara de verga would have a problem with that. I'm just saying it how it is. PlayStation fanboys praise how awesome of a game The Last of Us Part 2 is, pointing out its score on Metacritic. But that score was made by critics that either want to stay in good terms with Sony and gave the game a 10 out of 10, and that has been confirmed, or give it a high score purely because it's inclusive, progressive, and woke. Damn, after almost 2 years, The Last of Us Part 2 is still living rent-free in haters' heads. I love how this fanboy claims that The Last of Us Part 2 is still living rent-free in our heads because we are haters, but fails to notice that the reason why the game is still so present on our heads is because they never shut the fuck up about it. I also love how this guy conveniently leaves out the user score for The Last of Us Part 2 on Metacritic, which is sitting at 5.7, while Doom Eternal is sitting at 8.9. Now, what score matters the most? The one from critics or the one from the users? I'll let you decide, my friends, down below in the comments. About midnight, The Last of Us Part 2 won a lot of awards at the Game Awards. Dude, it's the Game Awards. God damn it. For some weird reason, these fanboys will defend The Last of Us Part 2 like it's the end of the world. The point where it's even bizarre-like. In some instances, they even act like brainwashed idiots. Remember people, being a fan of The Last of Us Part 2 is not a personality. And I am not even talking about the batshit crazy, insane mental gymnastics these fanboys will do to prove that their little plastic box is better than yours. Whether it's a PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, or even your phone. For them, PlayStation is the only console to ever exist. The amount of times I've seen PS fanboys compare how many units PlayStation has sold versus how many units Xbox has sold is bizarre and very, very sad. It's like their whole personality is sucking Sony's Slurpee and getting banged by Abby. Truth be told, it is the most bizarre thing I've seen recently. Interestingly, if you look only at the Xbox PlayStation user base, it looks like the overall numbers remain around 180 million spread between both consoles. 2000 PlayStation 2, 157 million. 2001 OG Xbox, 24 million. Well, yes, stupid idiot, the PlayStation was already an established console way before the Xbox was. Halo Infinite is a 7 out of 10, and that is being as generous as I can. That is being as generous as I can. Translation, I'll bump the score a couple of points so Xbox cocks do not flood my Twitter timeline with tears. According to Angry Joe, Halo Infinite is a 7 out of 10. But again, according to Angry Joe, The Last of Us Part 2 is a 6 out of 10. So, I know it's a stupid comparison, but I mean, Andres Gutierrez, if you take what Angry Joe says to high regard, then he says The Last of Us Part 2 is a 6 out of 10. These guys must be trolling at this point, comparing Horizon Forbidden West on the PS4 to Halo Infinite on the Xbox Series X, and the screenshot they use is like a super ultra close-up of the game's graphics on Horizon Forbidden West, and for Halo Infinite is this. They must be trolling at this point. In a world where PlayStation exists, Xbox will never sell beta. Hardware or software, it doesn't matter. PlayStation will always sell more. But what will it be? Blue pill sales don't matter, red pill sales matter. Choose wisely. Andrés, al chile, estás bien pendejo, güey, y das vergüenza. Top 10 tweets before disaster in my honest opinion. The only disaster is gamers couldn't accept reality. Ay, güey, estoy bien cansado de estas pendejadas. Conclusion of this video. Enjoy what you enjoy. If you like PlayStation, that's fine. If you enjoy Xbox, that's fine. Nintendo Switch, PC, mobile devices. Gaming is gaming. It doesn't matter which console it is. Every console is awesome. Why? Because they give us video games. And that's it. But anyways, my friends, thank you for watching this video. It's okay, my Spartans, please let me know what you think about this video. Then in the comment section, leave a like if you did, and a dislike if you disliked the video. It is completely fine. Remember to use code midnight at gamersubs. If you support them, then you are going to be supporting me, and that's awesome. And yeah, have an awesome day. Adios. Bye.